Alright, I thought I'd just make a quick video. So I'm having to use my cell phone to make the video because my main kind of vlogging camera is what I'm making the video about. So anyway, alright. So basically this is my setup. This is what I use for photography and video, okay? Start out with the camera body. I use it's an older Olympus E5. It actually shoots 720p, so really slow as far as the frame rate and stuff. But I love this camera. This is hands down my favorite camera to do photography and honestly to do video. I love it. It's got the little LCD that flips to where I can see what I'm recording. So the specs are old, but the bare minimum on the specs for this older camera is all I need, you know. So it may not be what everybody needs, but it's what I need. So it gets the job done, you know. So it definitely takes a little bit more skill as far as you know, to take a picture, because it's not as fast. It's not it doesn't process things as fast. It doesn't have all these advanced filters, you know, where you can just auto everything, but it does have a lot. It has a lot of automatic settings. It's even got this one little filter called dramatic tone. It does like a HDR effect. I love it. Yeah. So I mean, hands down, this is my favorite camera. Like if I ever needed another camera for whatever reason, if this one quits working, I'm just gonna rebuy this exact camera, like hopefully at a lower price. But it was getting to where I couldn't find one where the LCD didn't have that little circle, like a black dot. It seems like that's the common thing that goes out on the screen. It's like it gets pixelated, and so that little black dot just kind of moves around. I didn't want that on there. So anyway, I did spend a little bit more than I would have liked to spend on this camera, but it was kind of like I finally found it on eBay in good condition, and I bought it, you know. So I'll talk about the other lenses, and then I'll talk about this lens that's on the camera. Okay, so to start out with, my first lens that I bought, I skipped over I did have a kit lens on here, but I skipped over the kit lens, sold it off, and got this macro lens. This is the 50mm f2 macro. It's a great portrait lens as well as a macro lens. Super sharp, f2 aperture. And all these lenses go to f22 as far as the larger number on the aperture. Let's see, next I bought this fisheye, and I was going to use this for my vlogging lens, but I'll talk about that lens in a second. So anyway, this lens is actually really sharp. It's a lot sharper than the lens I've got on the camera. But so 8mm f3.5 on the aperture. It's a really good lens if you want to feel artistic and get like just some different perspective. Ever since I got this wider lens, this lens doesn't get used as much. But anyway, I'm keeping it because I every now and then I like to shoot with it. It's definitely good for stills. You notice the difference. You get that circular image quality, or I don't know how to frame, or however you want to describe it. All right, so as far as the telephoto, I was taking a trip. Again, that's where this lens comes in. So I bought this lens and the wide-angle lens that I have on the camera. So this is the 18-180. I just wanted just a basic telephoto that had a little bit more of a reach than just the 14 to 45 millimeter that Olympus had. And I was looking at the 40 to 150, but it's also like a lot larger lens. You know, it's kind of wide and stuff. And this one just seemed to make sense. It was lightweight, so it's slow. This is f3.5 to 6.3, but I can handhold this without any issue and get a decent shot. So, and the picture quality, it's not like superb, but it gets the job done, you know. And so I was taking a trip, and I went to Thailand, and I just wanted something just in case I needed the extra reach. So this definitely gives you the reach you need. All right, and now we'll go to the lens. This is actually the lens I used the most, and it was a surprise that this even worked out. So this is the 9 to 18 millimeter f4 to 5.6. So I thought I was originally going to get the 7 to 14 millimeter f4, But I was thinking about it. I was like, all right, so it's larger, it's heavier. Am I really going to hold it to do vlogging and stuff like that? You know, I was using this 8mm. It's a little bit of a weight, you know, to it. But with this 9-18, I don't notice the weight. So it's real lightweight. Okay, so you don't have the constant f4 aperture, but what the trade-off is, you get a lens that is like super light. It's good quality. The 9mm focal length is perfect to me for vlog. If it was a 10mm, it'd be too close, or 11mm, a little bit too close to me. And then if it was a 7mm, I feel like it'd be a little bit too wide. So 9 is like just right. And then the zoom range is pretty cool. The 9-18, to go to 18mm, it gives you like a little bit of a zoom range. Not enough to amount to, I mean, this is like wide, just what you see, you know, like walking around. It's not meant to be like zoomed all the way into like 50mm or 100mm. You know, it's not the purpose of the lens. So it's just a really, really good wide lens. And it's like, if I had a 7-14, I'd probably end up zooming it in to 9mm, you know. So it's kind of like it's pointless to, you know, it's not pointless. 7mm serves its purpose if you were in a spot where you couldn't back up enough and you needed that wide of a lens. Well, there it is. But anyway, I don't know if you can see these birds. I'm at the reservoir. I'm about to get to some photography in just a second. But anyway, I just wanted to make a little short video on what I shoot with, you know. And then as far as the little camera bag, I bought this little thing on Amazon, and I put my own clip on it, made my own camera bag, you know. So, you know, a little travel bag. Anyway, this fit inside of a backpack. That's what I liked. But so anyway, this is what I shoot with.